Hello. So, if there was ever a wig that could accurately describe my mood today, it would be this one. I just really wanted to share some thoughts and send out some love. This is odd, isn't it? It's like I have to look up there. So, I hope everyone's okay. Just sending out virtual hugs, lots of love. Had a bit of a weird day today. Almost let the negativity take over, but I had a serious word with myself and gave myself a verbal slap, and then I realised everything's alright. And I just wanted to send out love to everybody who needs it, who's feeling lonely, because we've got each other, right? So yeah, I just wanted to share some positivity really, because there's just a whole lot of negativity about the place, and I found some nice stuff, so that's what I'm going to share. So firstly, there's some charities that help with finding jobs if you're suffering from any kind of depression and things. They're called Twinings, and also there's a charity called Leonard Cheshire, and they help people that are differently abled find work. Some other amazing things as well. So yeah, anyone that's that has is out of work at the moment because obviously COVID, but if you've got any experience, sort of, like lighting technicians and stage, anyone that's involved in stage design, from like the music industry and art industry and theatre, things like that, where you're really good with your hands and building stuff and electronics and all that jazz, then actually there's this really, I saw it on the news, there's a group of sort of, I don't know what you call them, roadie, people that help do set design and stuff, and they have formed a company that this is in Greater Manchester, and they formed a company that retrofits houses for sustainability. So and obviously with all the legislation and things, and everyone trying to be net zero, which is good for the planet, then there's going to be so many council properties that need this done. So there's just a whole load of work there already, just waiting. And whilst this chaos and madness is going on, you could use your skills on that. So if you wanted to, if you Google search art, what would you call that? Just Google search, musician technicians that have started business in, I know it's a long search, but started business in Greater Manchester to retrofit for sustainable housing. Yeah, they'll come up. There's a few of them, and they're employing, FYI. So if you're in the Greater Manchester area, go do this. because there's all of these properties that are going to need, and that's work that's already there, that's waiting. There's money for it, there's funding for it. You can get together with your team and create a business and do that, and it would also be doing something good for the environment. What else? There's loads of things, really. I'm very, very grateful today, actually, after I had my little mood that I got myself snapped out of that quick. Is just realising, like, everything in every experience, every person, everything that's happened in my life, and this will apply to yours as well, up to date, is for a reason, good and bad. It's prepared us for this minute here, to show us that we can do it. We can, because we've already got through all those times there. So it's shit, sure, but it's not over. We've got each other. We've got love. We've got a beautiful planet that we can enjoy, and knowledge is knowledge is freedom. So if we want to get ourselves out of this, we just learn, and then through that learning comes ideas and just hope. Hope is not gone, and I'm just really grateful today for everything that I have, everything that is, everything good and bad that has happened to me to get me here. Even those darkest days, they're a blessing. I didn't think that at the time, but all of them were. So let's be beacons of light in the darkness. Do whatever we can to get out of it. Because there's lots of ways, lots of people, lots of connections, lots of love. There's really lots of everything. We can't let the negativity win, because it's not real. We know in our hearts what's real, and focusing on that is what will get us out of this. So I'm sure there was loads of other things I was going to say. Pretty confident there was a million other things I was going to say, but my mind's gone blank right now. Oh yeah. I just wanted to shout out to B&M. Yeah, they are going to pay their staff, frontline workers, an extra week's salary for all of their hard work. How amazing is that? So everyone should be doing that though. So if they're starting that trend, then Sainsbury's, Tesco's, Morrison's, Asda's, Lidl, Aldi, and co-op and, you know, they should all be doing that. Yeah? Do you know what I mean? They've kept the country going. They've kept us fed and watered. And their job can't be easy either. And another shout out to all of the carers and NHS workers and doctors and nurses and porters and police. Like, they're all just following. Everyone's following guidelines top down that don't make sense when you look at the numbers, yeah. But you've got to follow them because they're they're just following their guidelines. But when you know, that's why then everyone's short on staff, because people are following the guidelines. You only need a sniffle and then you've got to get sent home. So that means there's less people at work and more people are stressed because they're fearful of something that we shouldn't be afraid of anymore, because the numbers do not justify the fear that is being spread. Because more people die of a million, sorry, that's amazing, obviously. But at least 10 other things more people have died of in the last year, and all of those lives matter too. And all of the lives of the people that aren't getting treatment right about now. So yeah, it's tough, and it's tough for them too, because they're just trapped by the guidelines. So we just need to hold on and try and, you know, focus on the positive wherever we can get it. So whatever makes you happy, try to do more of that. Oh, and it is absolutely criminal that people are taking advantage of vulnerable people right about now. And there's a couple of things. One is the taking advantage of people with this vaccination scam. Like, it's absolutely disgraceful that they're doing that. So they're phoning up vulnerable people who may not have seen the news, who may not have heard of the NHS. They're scared because they've been put the fear of God in them by the media, and then someone phones up and pretends that they're from the NHS, says, I'll give you a vaccine for 160 quid. They then pay it because they're scared, and then even worse than that, the person, so a stranger, a random, then comes to their house, gives them an injection of something, and what's in that? So it's, see the danger of the fear. And what these people taking advantage, it's just horrendous. They should be ashamed of themselves. And the other one is I was going to say there's two things on this. Is whilst everyone's at home and alone, if you're like literally alone, and I would highly recommend online dating, because if everyone's sticking to the guidelines, you'll actually potentially make a proper connection with somebody just from having to speak to them, rather than like do the old, you know, hookups or what, which certain sites obviously promote. But if you actually want to find a love connection or a soul connection, then there is no better time than now, because you just be there to actually chat to people and get to know them, and it doesn't matter where they are in the world. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing better than finding love, is there? And that will just fill up your soul, and then you won't it'll just erase all the negativity. that there is, and suddenly it'll be all rainbows and sunshines, and you're like, oh, I'm fucking Teflon right about now. So, but there is something to do it for a reputable site, because there is another scam that's going on, which is absolutely disgusting as well, which is where people are taking advantage of, again, of people who genuinely want love. So there's two things. There's one primarily, which is do not. Someone, if you're chatting to someone online and they ask you, just don't do it. Do not do it. It don't matter if you've been chatting to. Not in these times here. Just because you've got to be careful. And unfortunately, they're narcissists, and they're trying to take advantage of people. If you're truly in love, they wouldn't be asking for you for money. That isn't. It wouldn't. So don't do it. Don't get sucked into that. And it's anything, actually, anything, any email you get right about now, any phone call that is just a random one asking you for money, don't do it. Don't let them scare you into it either. Like, just, nah. Check the facts. Get all the information, be like, I'll phone you later, and then don't phone them back. Check the facts. Get them to give you all of their information so you can check it. Because nobody would be doing that. And then I'm just gonna do some. Oh yeah, now I'm in my flow. See, debt collectors, right? Yeah, debt collectors. Right about now, you've got to be questioning your soul. Like, who are you? Seriously. And I'll tell you why. Because I got a call from somebody from Basingstoke Council chasing me for council tax from 2010. 2010. Like, I'm happy to pay the money. That's not the point. Like, who are these people? Like, look what's going on. Look what's going on in the world, and how people are, everyone's mental health and losing jobs and worrying about bills and being stuck at home, having to homeschool their kids, what bills to pay, like furlough, and these people think now's a good time to start phoning around people to chase debt from last year, let alone from 2010. Like, who are they? Like, councils, come on. You need to be shutting down your debt. I mean, debt is a debt. But is now the best time? Like, you could literally have blood on your hands. Like, I'm going to be straight. I'm going to be straight with you. Yeah, you go down that fucking route. Yeah, when people are teetering on the edge. That's cruelty. That is. You don't have to do it now. You do not have to do it now. You can just hold on. Wait. If you've got a heart and a soul, you would not be doing that shit now. So, genuine question to anyone that is in a council debt department, a bank debt department, credit card debt department, debt collection agencies, debt collectors, enforcement officers, sheriffs. I want you to genuinely ask yourself this: who are you? Who are you? Because I know everyone needs a job, but they are like, there's a million other ways you can make money. have you got a heart? Because doing that to people right now is so wrong. It is so wrong. It is. I don't care what you say. I know debt's a debt, but you don't have to do it right now. Wait until like people back up on their feet and working and earning money and out of their houses. Like, you're sat there going, ooh, making money. Like, who are you? The sheriff of fucking Nottingham? Like, at least if you're gonna take money, yeah, be like Robin Hood. Nah. Like, we need some more Robin Hoods out here. Like, be like Robin Hood, steal from the rich, give to the poor. And I'm not talking about just doing it, but like, innit? Steal from those fuckers. They're taking enough from us. Like, give back to the poor, innit? All of us. Around the world. Don't need more sheriffs of Nottingham. We need more Robin of Locksley. That's what we need right about now. And it's all the low-income families that are suffering the most. And I also want to say this as well. Yeah, straight up. I spent my 20s and 30s off my face. Literally off my face. Hands up. Yeah. And I had a whale of a time. It's great, but that ain't going to serve me right about now. I want to party again, but I just want to party when there's something to celebrate. And also, you know, I had a severe depression for like, I don't know, like realistically speaking, probably 20 years. I was bulimic from when I was 13 till 33. Cut myself many times on my wrists, just to cut, not to do anything other than that, just because it was a physical release of pain. I've taken pills twice, so you know, there's no judgment coming from me whatsoever, because whatever I've done it. So it's more of just of coming from a place of I understand, and I want to help. I just think if I can help, I should do it. And you know, when I was after A-levels, I went to everyone else was going to uni and work or whatever, and I went with a charity to Botswana. I worked in a sort of vocational school, teaching biology to agricultural students. It was in Kanye, and then I went from there to a children's home in the red light district in Johannesburg. It was Zettenville, and those 14 months of my life just really kind of, and bear in mind, my dad, when I was younger, he was a millionaire, but he lost and made millions like 3 times, and then in the end he lost it all. So I've had money, I've had no money. I've personally had a lot of money, made money, and also had no money. But even all of that, you know, when I was in Africa, you know, I was treated like family there, and you know, no matter what anyone had, they would share. they'd look after each other. And I just kind of came back feeling like, you know, everything is just taken for granted. We take so much for granted. Even now. So I'm just so grateful for that experience that I had, and all the people that I met, and all the people that I've ever met, actually, because they've all taught me something. And I just, you know, if there is anything that I can say or do to help people right now, then that's what I want to do. Because we can get through this. And I just really want to, if I can put a smile on someone's face, then that's what I hope. That's what, even just for the wig alone, surely. Do you know what I mean? It's stupid, isn't it? So, today's thoughts is that tomorrow's going to be better. How about that? And oh yeah, there's I was watching Country File. I don't normally watch TV other than watch the news, because I'm just a bit of a weirdo like that, because I like to fact check everything. And yeah, on Country File, obviously it's about going into nature and everything like that, but they're also starting to just the scents and the smells that come from the trees and from the land, they're actually good for your immune system. So not only is walking good for you anyway, obviously, because it's physical exercise, but if you walk in woods or in fields of flowers, you just get that sense, you know what I mean, that joy. And the what the plants and the trees give off, actually good for your body. So that's another little thing to share. Cold water swimming. I mentioned this before, yeah. You know, like athletes and people, you know, warriors in the armies. They do these, you know, where they go into freezing cold water. Now, it releases endorphins, gives you like adrenaline. So if you can have an ice cold, or just a cold bath, cold shower, does the same thing. If you go one step further, then you can go swimming in some cold water, because that's actually really good for depression as well. Oh yeah. So listen, big tech, yeah, this is for you. If you want to help out right about now, if you want to give back for all of that tax that you've not paid, yeah, there's 1.5 million kids in the UK. I mean it's all over the place. There must be some way of providing these kids with technology. Old, you know, whatever, new, old, whatever. You know you've got it, so don't try and con me off with you can't afford it, because you can. You can afford it, and you got shit there. You got old stock, you got back stock, you got whatever stock. Right? These kids, their futures have been stolen away from them Education is being taken away from them, and until it stops, we've got to help them. So you want to change, you want to be better people, you want to contribute to the world, then do that. Do something good. Because depriving our children of an education is criminal. I was watching this video the other day as well about making a whole generation of agoraphobics. Damn right. What the hell? These kids are going to think it's weird to go out soon. This carries on. And you know where solitary confinement, you know where isolation is used as a punishment? It's prison. Or a psychiatric ward. Think about that. A war even. Isolation is used as a punishment. It's used as a torture. So we got to get our warrior minds on to get through this. But we can, and we will. Love you.